So today is 18th April. Brookfield, a major office owner, defaults on a 161.4 million debt for office buildings as rising vacancies hit the property values. So office property values are almost down by 25% this year. So will this be the start of the domino of defaults? So we have another piece of contradictory news. The China GDP is growing at 4.5% in quarter one. Yesterday, XPeng, an electric car maker from China, shares popped up over 10% after the company revealed cost-cutting plans at the Shanghai Auto Show. So, XPeng is taking a cost-cutting measure while China's GDP is growing at 4.5% in quarter one. So this is slightly contradictory as I see it. So I'm not really sure on the China story yet. Yesterday, Bloomberg shared the corporate insider buy sell ratio against XLK, the technology ETF. Um, uh, if you watch it in the charts, the insiders are aggressively selling all the way from the month of December till this point. And while the stock market, if you see the technology stocks, they have been climbing up all the way from during the same period. So this is a little contradictory and it has not ended well. Another report from Bloomberg points out that in the last 30 years, again, the signal, recession signal, has been triggered. And, we have to be careful in the market, especially if we are fully bullish at this point. We need to be, especially making use of the uvix pricing. A small risk management is a much better way to manage the risk instead of totally bullish in the market. I would say a 10% or 20% of your portfolio should be, buying the VIX-based products like uvxy or uvix, as against totally being bullish in the market. Alternatively, the option prices are also nominally cheaper at this point because of the VIX being down. So puts that if you can buy and on the overall market like QQQ or SPY will also safeguard you in terms of any sharp pullbacks. Here's a dramatic video that shows a large mob looting a Compton gas station. Thousands of dollars worth of merchandise has been stolen. So this has been a rising lawlessness in recent weeks across several progressive cities. So situation is not that great yet in the economy. So let's look into the charts today. S&P 500 is only reconfirming our MACD crossover. So we are looking at a momentary pullback in S&P 500 all the way from 414 to 40405 or probably less than that, maybe retest all the way till 350. This depends on how the earnings comes in the next 2 weeks. So coming back to our strategy, so if the market really needs to pull up, go beyond 420 or 415, all the way to retest 480 or something, we need to have one of the two things happen. Okay, either we have the interest rates going down because the current interest rates are ensuring a risk-free return of 4% from the bonds and from the bank's savings. In the sense like if you're investing on a guaranteed investment deposit, you're still getting about 4% minimum per year or more than that. So, given the alternative options for the investor, we need to see this equity market going beyond 4%, and for that to happen is earnings need to go up. So currently earnings are doing okay, but do we have the capacity to increase the earnings? Or these corporations are having the higher pricing power? I really doubt that because currently everything is inflated and the savings or the ability for a consumer to pay extra has dropped down significantly, like the prices of eggs or chickens or milk has all doubled, and the salary for a normal consumer remains the same. So because of this reason, I really doubt that the upside is there for the equity market. So you're better off parking the cash in your bonds or the savings based guaranteed investment deposits that give you 4% or above. Alternatively, you can also test some of your savings in the strategy which I explained in my previous video, that is going after the VIX based products. Having said this, let's look into QQQ. It is also trying to get to the MACD crossover, but it has not done a proper crossover yet. So we'll check it out in a couple of days. Looking at VIX, it is trying to do another crossover for a bullish momentum, and the same is shown in the VIX-based products like uvxy, uvix, and the vxx. So all of them are in the same point. There is a bullish momentum going to be starting in a short time, if all things remains the same. So let's see how the earnings are impacting. Technically, we are looking at a bounce in VIX in a short time. So we are in a very good position with respect to our strategy that I explained yesterday and how to do the VIX based investments. Another thing we can look in is the Bitcoin. This looks pretty interesting in terms of the technicals. MACD is pointing to a bounce that is coming, and the Bitcoin is already in 30,000 range, which is like the high point in the last 6 months, and this looks like very bullish for Bitcoin. Having said that, given that the market is going to contract based on what we explained in the yesterday's session as well as today's session, I think it may be a little risky there to get into Bitcoin, but if you would like to park some money there, you can try that because Bitcoin also looks very good. Let's look at Netflix after hours chart. So the earnings was released and the market Netflix tanked by about 10% or 12%, I guess. And then it pulled back up with the Netflix announcing that they will do a share repurchase program. And basically, the reason for the drop is that the subscribers are not growing for Netflix. And so this reconfirms our recession theme. So we'll have to wait and see how the market reacts tomorrow. Otherwise, Facebook, the Meta company, announced that they're going to do further layoffs, which is like about 4,000 employees. This is right coinciding with the earnings season. So this is quite interesting. We'll have to see how the results come in for Facebook and whether that reconfirms our strategy that the market is going to pull back. Also, Tesla is also looking at share buybacks, but we do not know the timings yet, and we'll have to wait and see on. So with this, we have come to the end of this video, and if you enjoy these videos, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. That way it will help the YouTube understand that these videos are good, and it will show it to more subscribers or future subscribers. Thank you very much.